Cary Grant was one of America's most successful actors of the 20th century. Over his 40-year acting career, he appeared in 73 films and consistently captivated audiences with his handsome appearance, charm, and masculinity on screen. However, behind that glamorous facade lie deeper hidden aspects of his life. Cary Grant's wife opens up about the actor's real life in interviews and articles after his death in 1986. Stay tuned until the end of this video to join us when we're gonna unveil the mystery of Cary's personal life. If you are getting into any topics or any famous ones, please let us know in the comment section below so we can make a video about that. And now let's find out about this charismatic and charming man. Complicated love life. Cary Grant had many notable romances, but one of the most talked about was with Katharine Hepburn. They met in the context of 1930s Hollywood when both were shining stars. Although they never married, their relationship was deep and long-lasting. Hepburn and Grant first collaborated on the film Bringing Up Baby, 1938, and from there they formed a special connection. Both shared interests in the arts and frequently discussed their careers, films, and life. Their relationship is considered more of a close friendship than a romantic love, though there were many rumors that they had been in love with each other. However, their relationship was not without difficulties. Grant was known for being emotionally controlled, while Hepburn was a strong, independent woman. This sometimes created conflicts between them. Despite the ups and downs, they maintained their friendship for many years until Grant's death. In addition to Hepburn, Cary Grant had other romances with many famous actresses, such as Ava Gardner and Ingrid Bergman, but his relationship with Hepburn is always regarded as the most special in his life. They left many beautiful memories in the hearts of film fans. In 1933, Grant met actress Virginia Cherrill, 26 years old and a star of several Charlie Chaplin films, at William Randolph Hearst's beach house, and sailed to England that November, his first trip home. They married on February 2, 1934, at the Caxton Hall Marriage Registry Office in London. 7 months later, Cherrill left Grant, stating that he was too controlling. They divorced in 1935. On July 8, 1942, Cary Grant married Barbara Woolworth Hutton, a 30-year-old woman who was the granddaughter of the Woolworth founder and one of the wealthiest women in the world. Shortly thereafter, Grant received his second Oscar nomination for Best Actor for his role in the film None But the Lonely Heart, 1944. After several separations and reconciliations, this marriage ultimately ended in divorce on July 11, 1945. On December 25, 1949, Grant married for the third time to Betsy Drake, 26, who starred alongside him in the film Every Girl Should Be Married, 1948. Cary Grant married Diane Cannon for the last time in 1965. They first met when Diane was involved in the film The Caper of the Golden Bulls, which Grant produced. During their work together, they developed a close relationship. Diane, then young and an emerging actress, was drawn to Grant's charm and talent. Conversely, Grant was impressed by Diane's youthfulness and vibrancy. They quickly began dating and later decided to marry. Although their marriage lasted only 3 years and faced many challenges, including lifestyle differences and allegations of emotional abuse, Diane gave birth to their daughter Jennifer. This marriage marked an important chapter in Cary Grant's life. However, Cary Grant's wife opens up about actor's real life in interviews and articles after his death in 1986. Diane stated that Cary Grant struggled with anxiety and obsessions. He shared with her his fears from childhood, particularly regarding his father's control over him. Diane admitted that Cary had a habit of using drugs to cope with the stresses in his life. He experimented with various substances, which she felt was part of his way of seeking comfort. She also accused Cary of exhibiting emotional abuse in their marriage, which made her feel controlled and pressured. She described how Grant would often impose emotional control over her, making her feel uncomfortable and constrained. She noted that he could be angry at times and would say hurtful things to her. Although Cary Grant was a charming and talented man, these aspects of his personality caused difficulties in their relationship. However, Diane also emphasized that they shared beautiful moments and love during their time together. During a trip to England, he met Barbara Harris, a public relations officer at the hotel, who was 46 years younger than him, and married her on April 15, 1981. They lived happily together until Grant passed away 5 years later, hiding one's sexuality for the sake of a career. With his unparalleled charisma, Grant is often regarded as the epitome of confidence and allure. Despite his undeniably masculine and striking appearance, he went through 5 marriages, none of which lasted long. This led to much speculation about his sexuality. The suspicion intensified with the revelation of his close relationship with American actor Randolph Scott, with whom he shared a home for 12 years. Recently, those rumors were further substantiated by a documentary that claims Grant was a closeted gay. According to the film, he consistently denied and concealed his sexuality throughout his life to pursue a career in Hollywood, which at the time was notoriously discriminatory against LGBTQ individuals. Grant and Ori Kelly met in New York in January 1925. At that time, Grant was just 21, still going by the name Archibald, and living in poverty. Ori Kelly, an immigrant from Australia, was also struggling to make ends meet. The two lived together for 9 years and worked in Hollywood until Grant moved in with Randolph Scott, whom he met in 1932. Ori Kelly's recently discovered autobiography, hidden for 30 years in a laundry cabinet by his niece, does not explicitly state that Grant was his boyfriend, but mentions, "Grant often came home with me." Throughout his life, Grant denied being gay. He once told director Peter Bogdanovich that he did not hate or oppose gay people, but insisted that he was not gay. Grant even threatened to sue columnist Hedda Hopper for suggesting he was anything but normal. However, in 2011, Jennifer, Grant's only daughter, wrote in her memoir that her father enjoyed being called gay, as such claims made many women want to prove otherwise. Cary Grant's past. Cary Grant, whose real name was Archibald Alec Leach, grew up in a poor family, with his father working as a clothes presser and his mother as a homemaker. His childhood was fraught with difficulties, enduring poverty alongside an alcoholic father, while his mother was institutionalized. At that time, Archie was told that his mother had passed away. Grant's father left him with his grandmother to start a new life, and the pain of being abandoned by his parents left deep scars that followed him throughout his adult life. By the age of 14, after dropping out of school, Leach had to wander the docks in search of work, yearning for a ticket to leave England. He decided to join the Pender theatrical troupe and felt that it was a place filled with laughter, where people wore all sorts of costumes and performed all kinds of clever tricks. They joyfully traveled around, living carefree and full of happiness. In the mid-1920s, Leach arrived in New York with vaudeville performers, hoping to seek fame. His handsome looks were well suited for the light musicals, with a touch of romance in New York theaters. Before moving to Hollywood, as vaudeville began to decline, Leach earned a living selling ties on Broadway. In New York, Leach built close relationships with many famous artists, including George and Gracie Burns, as well as Jack Benny. He realized that to achieve success, he needed to change his name and learn to speak differently from his native accent to conceal his lack of formal education. Career achievements. Cary Grant is one of the biggest stars of Hollywood, with numerous notable achievements in his acting career. Grant's first feature film, This Is the Night, 1932, was followed by 7 other films that same year. He took on roles that were rejected by veteran actors, and although he lacked experience, his captivating appearance and friendly working style helped him make an impression in various projects, including the famous Mae West films She Done Him Wrong, 1933, and I'm No Angel, 1933. He was honored with an honorary Oscar in 1970 for his outstanding contributions to cinema, in addition to 5 nominations for Best Actor, including memorable performances in Morning Glory, 1933, and None But the Lonely Heart, 1944. Grant appeared in many classic films such as Bringing Up Baby, 1938, The Philadelphia Story, 1940, Notorious, 1946, and North by Northwest, 1959, which are still regarded as masterpieces in film history. He is recognized as a symbol of charm and style, influencing many generations of actors that followed. Grant was not only a talented performer, but also a model of masculinity, and his impact is still acknowledged in lists of the greatest actors of all time, underscoring his significance in the film industry. In the twilight of his life, Cary Grant left behind a rich legacy not only in his career, but also in love. He was one of Hollywood's greatest stars, celebrated for his captivating performances and elegant style, creating classic films that left a lasting impact on audiences. Despite his numerous high-profile romances and tumultuous marriages, love remained a significant aspect of his life. Grant not only sought love, but also expressed it through his art, conveying genuine and profound emotions to viewers. His legacy, therefore, encompasses not only his remarkable films, but also the image of a man continually searching for connection and meaning in love, something everyone can feel and cherish. Cary Grant, with his illustrious career and vibrant love stories, will forever be a symbol of charm and passion in the world of cinema.